What up, chat? How we doing? How's it going? Did I send my Discord message? I did not. What's up, Yoshi? I just had an idea. Now I'm executing on it. Give me 1 second. And then we will start what we're doing today. Right. I think, genuinely, doing the naming 60-second Pokemon in 60 seconds speedrun was probably one of the best things I did for myself. Because now I just have PNG files for every Pokemon. It's great. Life is good. Like, just straight up having a picture of any Pokemon I need at any point has made my life so much easier. Wow. That was really weird. Dude, there's so many starter Pokemon. What the hell? 1 second, chat. 1 second. This is one of those things that an organized streamer would do before going live, but come on now. Come on. Y'all know how Revels works at this point. I think of good things last second and say, hey, I can do this while live. It won't make the stream awkward at all. Yo, I'm kind of cooking, though. Hang on. Your boy's kind of cooking right now. This. You know what's probably easier? I don't know why I'm trying so... Okay, shit. There. There we go. Okay. So, chatters, what is going on? How we doing? As you might know, as you might be aware, thanks Pokemon Scarlet for 63 Everstones. You can find 63 Everstones in that game? Jesus. Alright, chat. So, as you guys might know, as you guys might be aware, Pokemon announced a new game coming out. They announced a new game coming out. And it's like a follow-up game to Pokemon Legends Arceus. Except it's not about Gen 5 like everyone was thinking. No, instead, they actually skipped a generation. They went to Generation 6, and on February 27th, Pokemon announced next year they will be releasing Pokemon Legends ZA. Now, here's the thing about Pokemon and about the Pokemon Company International. They tend to follow patterns. They tend to follow paths. And no information has been released so far about this game. Very little information has gotten out about this game, I should say. But I think with the information I have, I can guess what will happen. So today, I am going to be putting in my official predictions for Pokemon Legends ZA. I'm going to try to guess what happens. I'm going to, I'm trying to guess the basic outline of a plot. I'm going to try to guess what starters there will be. I'm going to try to guess what Pokemon will get Kalos forms. And I'm going to try and guess what Pokemon are going to get Megas. Because that's the big thing. Is they are releasing a bunch of Megas because Megas are coming back. I'm going to guess who's getting a Mega. What basis do I have to base this information off of? Simple. We're going to start by reviewing the Pokemon Legends trailer, the little information from Twitter, this article from Games Radar about everything we know, this article from Screen Rant, which just sounds like it's going to be a fan theory. Coro released some information in their magazine that I will have to translate, and then some information about Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield, and Legends Arceus. And I think I can use this information to distill what is going down in these games. So with all that being said, let's just start by... God fucking damn it, YouTube's such a dumbass website. Let's start by watching the trailer. What is happening? Okay, let's watch the trailer. I have to open a whole new fucking window for this. YouTube, fix your damn website. Let's watch the trailer. No, I don't want to watch it on my TV. I just want YouTube to make a website that works. Please, for the love of God, YouTube, just make a fucking website that works. I wish this was a bit. God damn, dude. Theater mode. Okay, theater mode. Just doesn't work either. Okay, the internet is saying clear my cookies. God damn it. Oh my god. I shouldn't have to troubleshoot how to get a fucking website to work. Let's play a fun game. How much money is YouTube worth? YouTube is worth $29 billion. Are you serious? You're telling me YouTube is worth $29 billion? And I have to troubleshoot how to get the fucking website to work? What are we doing, dude? Clearing my cache didn't work. Why is YouTube such a shitty website? Is it a Chrome problem? Is it a Chrome problem? Does fucking Google Chrome not work right? Okay, it's a Google Chrome problem. Okay. Let's watch the Pokemon Legends ZA announcement trailer. I feel like I need to be taking notes. Hang on. Let me pull up a notepad. Wait. I'm going to write down all the Pokemon that are showing up in the trailer. Furfrou and Flabebe. Klefki's there. I see Klefki. Just a bunch of Pokemon that originated in Kalos. Fletchling line. Dragonair, Gyarados. Okay. Garyu, Hawlucha. Wait. That's Hippowdon. What Pokemon is this? That's an Absol Tail. I can't tell what Pokemon this is. This one right here. That looks like an Ekans. Okay, I need to take notes. I think that's a Go-Goat right there. Oh, that's a Mol. No, there's that Pikachu. Wait. Fuck. There's Pikachu. That is Emolga. I think that's Go-Goat. Aegislash and Sylveon. Pinsir and Heracross are there. Onyx. I see the circles. Okay. And then the mega thing. Okay. So that is all the information that I could gather from the trailer. I got that the people seem to be wearing old clothes in the beginning, but the whole trailer is very futuristic for Pokemon. I saw Pikachu, Pyroar, Furfrou, Flabebe, Klefki, Fletchling, Dragonair, Gyarados, Staryu, Hawlucha, Hippowdon, Ekans, Absol, Emolga, what I think was a Go-Goat, Sylveon, Pinsir, Heracross, and Onyx. And then it says a new adventure set entirely within Lumiose City. All right. And then Games Radar, everything we know so far. Game Freak announced Pokemon Legends ZA as a little treat for Pokemon Day 2024. Legends Sub-Series. Okay, I don't care about the release window. The trailer. Legends ZA gameplay. The game will be set entirely within Lumiose City. Isn't expected to let you explore the wider Kalos region. It's an urban redevelopment plan. Urban redevelopment. Shape the city into a place that belongs to both people and Pokemon. Sui region. A feature Pokemon is, which is all to say we don't expect X and Y to recreate it, right? Okay, so that article had no information in it. A place for people and Pokemon. Okay. Next, Pokemon Legends ZA could solve a creepy Lumio City mystery. I'm just kind of skimming it. Okay, there's actually nothing worthwhile in here. Awesome. Okay, this is the one I'm the most interested for. So let me actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up Google Translate on my phone. Camera. Take a photo of words to translate? Why? Okay, it says shocking new work scheduled to be released in 2025. A new adventure begins. Looks amazing. Silhouettes of Pokemon. A new challenging work which is undergoing urban renewal, becoming something tells me Google Translate is maybe not 100% accurate because it's talking about Pokemon Blood. The Mega Evolution mark also appeared in the video. Pokemon is going to undergo a Mega Evolution. Right. Will the mystery of Mega be revealed? Okay, there actually wasn't anything in that either. I pulled these up for reference. So, okay. Time to get to the fun part. Time to get to the theorizing part. So, here's what I'm thinking. This is my thought project for the starters. So, let me see. Pokemon in forms. Okay. So here's the thing. I want to try and guess what these starters are going to be. Now, in Pokemon X and Y, famously you get two starters. You get one of the Kalos starters and then a Kanto starter to introduce you to Mega Evolution. I could see there being a world where the same thing happens. Because it is take place entirely within Lumio City, which is where you get your Kanto starter. But looking at the Legends Arceus starters, they were Rowlet, Cyndaquil, and Oshawott. And it was a Gen 8 game. So, I don't know. I don't want to save the image. So I think it's pretty safe to say that we can rule out Rowlet, Cyndaquil, and Oshawott. I don't think they would replace those starters. I think similarly, we can rule out Sprigatito, Fuecoco, Quaxley, Froakie, Fennekin, and Chespin. These are the starters from the newest generation. These are the starters from Kalos. And I don't think they would repeat the starters because they didn't here. I do think that these Pokemon will be available in the game, but not as starters. Now, for the same reason, I think we can eliminate the Kanto starters. I don't think they will repeat the Kanto starters. I think what they'll be looking to do is give all of the starters Megas. Hey, Megas are back. Megas are super cool. You should play this game. So I don't think Trico, Torchic, and Mudkip will be starters because they already have Megas. Now, where do you go from here is a good question. Let me see. Let me take a look at them. I don't think Litten would be a starter because Megas were originally supposed to be a way for Pokemon to be like, hey, remember these Pokemon? They're viable competitively now. Incineroar, famously, is insanely viable competitively. Rillaboom is also fairly popular. I don't think we'll see Grookey. So now we have 3 grass starters, 3 fire starters, and 3 water starters. So how to narrow it down further? That's a good question. That's a good question. They might choose another starter from a previous generation. Let me go to the yellow. They might choose a previous generation starter again, because that's what they did here when they chose Rowlet. I mean, what if they just do like previous generation, pick one from Gen 5, and then pick one from Gen 2. Now, okay, what are the odds that they don't pick these because they picked Cyndaquil already? They don't pick these because they picked Oshawott already. That leaves us Poplio, Scorbunny, Turtwig. How likely does that seem? How likely does that seem? That they say, okay, we did Cyndaquil, Oshawott. Oh, no, they did Rowlet, so they wouldn't. Okay, so following my own logic, they did Rowlet, so they wouldn't choose Poplio. If I follow my own logic, if they chose Rowlet, they wouldn't choose Poplio. Yeah, okay. So they say we did a Gen 2, a Gen 5, and a Gen 7 starter. So we're not going to choose any starters from Generation 2, any starters from Generation 5, and any starters from Generation 7. which just kind of leaves these guys. So then Turtwig would obviously be the grass choice, eliminating Chimchar and Piplup, but then we're choosing 2 starters from the same generation, which I don't think they would do. So that wouldn't be it. I'm trying to think, like, who are the most forgettable? Who would they want to bring up as a result of getting a Mega? I think Chikorita. I think Chikorita is a pretty forgotten starter. So I think they would choose Chikorita. And I think because that's another Gen 2 starter, they would not choose Totodile. Maybe they choose Tepig, because it is supposed to be a Gen 5 remake year. Empoleon's already good enough without a Mega Evolution. So is it Poplio or is it Sobble? Here's how my brain is working right now. My brain is saying they would choose Poplio. Like, my brain is saying that Poplio is Water Fairy. So Primarina wouldn't need a Mega necessarily, because Fairy's already such a good type. So they would choose Sobble. Maybe they do. Maybe my brain is right. Maybe this is my guess. Sobble's a starter from the previous generation. I don't think many people chose Sobble or Poplio, really. Or Quaxley. Man, wait. Pokemon's been kind of on a losing streak since fucking Greninja. They made Greninja and just stopped trying with water starters. I think Sobble wins for me based on vibes. I think these 3 Pokemon will be the starters. I think they'll be Chikorita, Tepig, and Sobble. So, we start a new notepad. Starters. Tepig, Chikorita, Sobble. I think all of them will get Mega Evolutions. Or Kalos forms. Kalos forms, I think, are possible. And then I think all of my eliminations still make sense for the second round. Like for a second starter, if you were to get one, they might honestly just choose the Gen 4 starters. I would think they might just choose the Gen 4 starters. Or wait, what if they choose the Gen 5 starters? Hang on. No, wait, hold up. I might be cooking. So let's think about a second set of starters. I think second set of starters. I think Gen 9 is still out. I think Gen 6 is still out. I think 3 is still out. And I think Gen 1 is still out. But now we're thinking about sets of starter Pokemon. I'm going to eliminate Gen 2 because I have Chikorita as a starter. I'm going to eliminate Generation 8. Now, here's the thing. Part of me says, what if instead of Tepig as a starter, it's actually Chimchar? Right? Like, what if instead of Tepig as a starter, it's Chimchar, and they give Gen 5 Mega Evolutions? But then maybe not, because Oshawott was in Legends Arceus. So maybe they do Tepig. And they give Gen 4 Megas. Because here's the thing. When was Pokemon Diamond released? September 28th, 2006. When was Pokemon X released? When was Pokemon Red released? 96 to 2013 gives you 17 years. 17 years after Diamond and Pearl puts you at 2023. So I think everyone that grew up with Gen 4 games, maybe they're hoping if they... But they just did Gen 4 remakes. Wait, this is easy. Wait, no, I way overthought it. For the second set of starters, it's just the Gen 6 starters. I'm actually so confident about that. I'm actually so confident about that. Because it was weird that they didn't get Megas in XY. It was weird. Even at 10, I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. I was like, it's kind of weird that they don't have Megas. I remember being very excited to Mega Evolve my Delphox for the first time. Then I realized that you couldn't. So those are my predictions. I think Tepig, Chikorita, and Sobble will be your starter choices. I think all of them will more than likely get a Kalos form, but a Mega is possible. And then I think if you get a second set of starters, it will be the original Kalos 3. And they will almost assuredly get Megas. So these are my predictions. And then a lot of the returning Pokemon. Are Gen 6 Pokemon. I'm going to pull them off the list. This will come into play later. I'm also going to eliminate Heracross and Pinsir. And Steelix. And Absol. Okay. The next thing I want to get down to business on is this urban redevelopment plan. That is a place for people and Pokemon. What does this mean? What does this urban redevelopment plan mean? I think it could either be A, rebuilding after the war, i.e. it takes place before X and Y, or B, it is redeveloping Kahlo's post XY story. I think these are really the two options. I think it's either going to be rebuilding after the war that happens in XY, or redeveloping Lumiose City post the XY story. Because the thing is, it seems the entire trailer seems super futuristic, or like stylized that way, versus if you look at the Pokemon Legends Arceus trailer. Right?
This is a tale from a long, long time ago, when the Sinnoh region was still
It is
a vast wilderness.
Very old, resemble. It seems like it's
a certain
old.
village bustled with the comings and goings of people, while in the mountains and seas, Pokemon roamed as they pleased.
See? This is very old versus... Because this already, to me, seems like a... Like... See what I mean? Like, this is very futuristic. Where's there a bridge in Lumiose? I also want to freeze on this. So I think what's more likely... is option B. I don't think option A is what's going to happen. I think it's going to be option B. I think they're going to, like, be looking to bring Lumiose City into the future. And the city people want that to include Pokemon living in the city, akin to Detective Pikachu. Because in Detective Pikachu, there are just Pokemon walking the cities on their own. So I think it's going to be closer to that. I don't think it's going to be rebuilding Lumiose after AZ shoots his huge fucking cum beam into the sky or whatever it is. I just don't see that being it. And then that brings me to the question. The game takes place entirely within Lumiose City. Huh? So what would it take for a game to take place entirely within Lumiose City? Obviously, there'd be wild Pokemon somehow. Some form of wild encounters. I think like what else do you need? Like you need some sort of like totem Pokemon akin to Legends Arceus or gyms. But I don't see that happening. What I can see happening for a plot is that whoever is in charge of the redevelopment plan, like a professor or the mayor, wants the city to be able to house wild Pokemon. And the way they want to do this is by building sections of the city for the Pokemon to live. This can be seen in the trailer by the circles on the Lumiose City map. This is what I'm talking about. I think these circles are where they're going to try to keep wild Pokemon. Because it also seems like there's big walls on the outside of Lumiose. Maybe something is going on outside of Lumiose City. Because my guess is these circles are where you'll encounter wild Pokemon. One way or another. That would be my guess. But naturally, some people in Lumiose City are worried about having wild animals living within their city walls. The evil team is going to be either freeing... Oh, wait. No. Going to be giving a strong Pokemon in each circle / area something to make them angry, akin to the totem Pokemon in Legends Arceus going mad. This will cause wild Pokemon to occasionally break out of their area and run amok through Lumiose City. That is where the player character comes in on the side of the redevelopers, as the player character / Pokemon trainer. Your job will be to calm down the enraged Pokemon in the area so the wild Pokemon can return. The main plot will surround tracking down the evil team and stopping their havoc wrecking on the redevelopment. Before I lock this in officially, let me look at one thing. Let me remind myself of one thing. Hang on. Um, right. So Zygarde is mostly about saving the ecosystem. Yes, actually, yes. Okay. So humans in the future have severely damaged the ecosystem. Seeing this as a problem, the people of Lumiose City decided to build walls around their city to protect the city from the outer damage to the world. Whoever's in charge of the redevelopment, like a professor or the mayor, or a Pokemon Protection Bureau, like something designed to save Pokemon, wants to be able to house wild Pokemon from the damage humans have caused. And the way they want to do this by building sections of the city for wild Pokemon to live. This can be seen by the circles of the Lumiose City map. But naturally, some people in Lumiose City are worried about having wild animals living within their city walls. The evil team is going to be giving a strong Pokemon in each area something to make them angry, akin to the totem Pokemon in Legends Arceus going mad. So cause wild Pokemon to occasionally break out of their area and run amok through Lumiose City. That is where the player character comes in on the side of the redevelopers. As the player character, your job will be to calm down the enraged Pokemon in the area so that the wild Pokemon can return. The main plot will surround tracking down the evil team and stopping their havoc wrecking on the redevelopment. The evil team will stand by their opinion that what happens to the wild Pokemon outside of Lumiose City is not the problem of Lumiose City to solve, and that they should be released to nature and let nature handle it like a survival of the fittest thing. Due to the damage humans are causing to the ecosystem, and from the evil team constantly meddling with wild Pokemon, this will cause Zygarde to awaken and breach Lumiose City. This breach of Lumiose by Zygarde will be the climax of the plot, in where the player character must calm Zygarde maybe, right? I think that's a pretty good prediction. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's pretty solid. So in the future, people have severely damaged the ecosystem. Seeing this as a problem, the people of Lumiose City decided to build walls around their city to protect it from the outer damage to the world. who's ever in charge of the redevelopment, like a professor or the mayor or like a Pokemon Protection Bureau, wants the city to be able to house wild Pokemon from the damage humans have caused. And the way they want to do this is by building sections of the city for the people to live, for the Pokemon to live. These sections can be seen in the trailer by the circles on the Lumio City map. But naturally, some people in Lumio City are worried that having wild animals living within their city walls. The evil team is going to be giving a strong Pokemon in each circle something to make them angry, like the totem Pokemon in Legends Arceus going bad. This will cause wild Pokemon to occasionally break out of their area and run amok through Lumio City. This is where the player character comes in on the side of the redevelopers. Your job will be to calm down the enraged Pokemon in the area so the wild Pokemon can return. The main plot will surround tracking down the evil team and stopping their havoc wrecking on the redevelopment. The evil team will stand by their opinion that what happens to the wild Pokemon outside of Lumio City is not the problem of Lumio City to solve, and that they should be released to nature and let nature handle it like a survival of the fittest type of thing. Due to the damage humans are causing to the ecosystem and from the evil team constantly meddling with wild Pokemon, this will cause Zygarde to awaken and breach Lumio City. This breach of Lumios by Zygarde will be the climax of the plot and where the character must calm Zygarde. That is my prediction for the Legends ZA plot. Will I be right? Who knows? Who knows? Now, the last thing, who's getting megas? I think Flygon's going to get a mega. I think Luxray's going to get a mega. I think Luminion. I don't know, man. Fucking anybody. I think Flygon and Luxray seem the most likely, but I think I have a pretty solid plot prediction. I'm not gonna lie. I think my plot prediction is pretty solid. Ugh. All right, chat. Here's what I want to do. I want to go pee. I was told Pokerogue has 2x shiny odds. Oh, Jesus. All right. I want to go pee, and then I want to play Pokerogue because I was told that there are 2x shiny odds, and I want a shiny. I want some shinies. So I will be right back. Let me update this. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go pee. Ugh. Okay, chat. I really want to beat this fucking game. So I theorized. So I know I have Kyurem. Kyurem is clearly not my answer. And I truly believe in Meowth to start. Right? Start with Meowth. Throw a Pokemon in that scales really well. I've been trying Chimchar. I don't think Chimchar is the answer. I think my answer might be Fuecoco. And then I can also throw a shiny Palmy in here for boosted odds. I think this is my answer. Here's why. So, I was trying to think what makes Kyurem so good. It's the typing, particularly having the ice type to hit grass and birds. But I went down at a steel trainer. So I think with Fuecoco, I think Torch Song will be really good in the late game. Because Torch Song will allow me to throw out Fuecoco right... Meowth just died. Will allow me to throw out Skeledirge at the beginning of like a wave. And then... stack Torch Songs all the way through. Which will be good for me. Okay, let me revive Meowth and then throw him a Lumberry. So I think this could actually be my answer. And then I think I just have to build a team around Meowth and playing around Fuecoco primarily. Like his weaknesses. So that's, I think, going to be the biggest problem here. And Meowth is also just super fucking weak, apparently. Okay, let's throw out Palmy. To fucking revive Meowth again. This dumb fucking thing. Pop a lure. Okay, let's throw out Fuecoco. Couple Embers should get the job done. There we go. All right. Get rid of Wish for Quick Attack. And then catch my Ultra Balls. Get my Ultra Balls. Catch or beat this. What the hell?
When he had a hat on that he's bald. Of course.
I definitely told it to loop the playlist, and it just decided it's above that. Okay. Take a dire hit. Two Poochienas. Just Thundershock the other one. And then do this. I don't know when it would be best to switch Meowth out is the thing. Because I know Persian to me is not a Pokemon you take all the way. I just don't know if there's a point. I don't know if there's a point in taking Persian all the way. Why do you have Ancient Power? Why do you have Ancient Power? Man, maybe the only fucking Pokemon I need is Palmy, goddammit. Oh my god, are you serious? Play Minecraft. I'm not dealing with that shit, dude. Ancient Power? Really? Ancient Power? What? I'm just not doing it. I'm just not doing it. I'd rather fucking farm spruce trees, okay? I think I would just rather farm spruce trees. With my one bone meal. Awesome. Okay, let's try and find some skeletons. The sugarcane farm looks nice. Oh, I have to fill that in. Let's see how much sugarcane I get from this. A little over 2 stacks. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. 2 stacks and 8. That's actually not bad at all. Oh wait, 2 stacks and 9. Awesome. That's actually pretty good yield. I have to I gotta fix that. Alright, I gotta find some skeletons. Because I need a lot of bone meal. I know cows don't drop bones. I just really wanted to kill that cow. He looked at me funny. I need bones. I need bone meal. That's really about it. So we're gonna run to the cave that's over here and start farming. I'm hoping that this, like, there's like a surface level cave over here. I'm hoping that has some skeletons in it, just because, like if this has skeletons, it would be so much less work. As a creeper. Which is famously the same thing as a skeleton. Okay, there's emeralds in it. Awesome. Hey, I just got an emerald. Yes. 2 bones for the cause. 2 bones for the cause. Okay. There are any mobs down here? Not a one. Alrighty. This is really cool, actually. Okay. Yes. All right, I'm up to 4 bones. Is there like a dungeon over here or something? Like, there's a lot of zombie sounds. There could very potentially be a dungeon. Let me turn on subtitles. Are they above me? Also, what is directional audio? Oh. They also seem like they're getting further away. Yeah, I can't even hear him anymore. Ow. Let me make sure I have, like, building blocks in my hotbar in case this goes poorly. Oh. I just broke back through. Wow. Oh. You mean to tell me there's not a dungeon, there's just 3 zombies? Man, what the hell? I've never felt so cheated, lied to, and scammed. I was hoping for an easy... I was hoping for an easy XP farm. But all I got was sadness. Oh. 5 bones. And I think it's nighttime now, so I think I should be able to head back and kill skeletons on the way. Just which way is back? Not that way. Oh, shit. I think it's one of those dig straight up situations. Perfect. Yep, middle of the night. Which means I should be seeing some skeletons. That's a zombie villager. That is not what I asked for. It'd probably be worth going back and exploring that cave more at some point. It's just that point is not today. Oh god, it's a punch bow. Alright. I don't need that raw beef. I kind of wanted the arrows. I think I got the arrows. You just gonna let that zombie kill him? Okay. Oh, that's bad. Alright, time to go home. Shit, it's really time to go home now. I'm almost dead. I'm almost dead. Alright. Death for you then. Just like I said. Another one. Another bogey. Another bogey. Damn, I 360'd that guy. Okay, the farm looks pretty damn good. I'm very happy with how the farm looks. Okay. The amount of bones I have should hopefully be enough bones. I love collecting bones. Yummy, yummy bones. Alright, I have 30 bones. And I'm not talking dollars. I have way less of those. All right, grow. Yes. You beautiful, beautiful spruce tree. Please just give me a spruce sapling. Ow, dick. Well, time to go find a forest, I guess. God damn it. That's lame shit. You mean to tell me I got not a single spruce sapling from that? What the hell? Feels like every time I turn around, I'm going on another adventure to find a single thing. Because my luck is just terrible, apparently. Really? Really? Really, water elevator? Okay, note to self. Do not eat food in the water elevator. Alright, let's just head this way. You mean to tell me a shrimp fried this rice? You mean to tell me somebody jerked this chicken? Let me talk to him. Those are just oak trees. But maybe there's a spruce forest nearby. In a perfect world, I find one of the huge spruce tree forests. That's what would make a man happy. Because then I only have to chop down like a tree. Stick around for some sap, and then we're good to go. Or I could find a ruined portal. I mean, that's chill too. Don't mind if I do. Howdy do. I see another. Okay, it's another birch forest. That's the wrong tree. I need a spruce forest. Spruce. I mean, dark oak forest is cool, but like, spruce would be nice. Yeah, no, a jungle's cool too, but like, spruce would be nice. I will, however, take some bamba. I will take some bamba. That should be enough, I think. That is a skeleton jockey on fire. Oh, I actually need melons. This is huge. Oh my god. What is happening in this forest? There's just like a cool waterfall in this forest. That's awesome. I've always thought jungle bases were really cool. I've always liked building them. Like treetop bases. I don't know. I've always just thought that they were pretty neat. Ooh, cocoa. Do I have a jungle sapling already? I don't know if I do. Let me get a jungle sapling. Okay. With my one jungle sapling, I shall change the world. How much bamboo? Oh, I got 2 stacks of bamboo. Yeah, that's enough. Yeah, I think that's enough bamboo. Okay. Even just like... Like, if you're not going to give me the big spruce trees, like the small spruce trees would be pretty fucking cool. You know? Just like any spruce tree, really. Would be appreciated. The fuck is this? Oh, a random acacia tree? That's, like, super cool, I guess. So just, like, every tree that isn't spruce, that's what you're going to give me today? And a perfectly intact sunken ship. Oh, I got carrots. I was just kind of mindlessly looting. I didn't even notice I got carrots. Okay, so that is west. Heading west. I'm facing south. That's okay. I have a little bit of south to travel to. It's kind of just like this way. Getting kind of close. And now I need to head south. It's on this beach. Is it? Where is it? Oh, it's all the way down here. Yeah. Okay. And then it's like directly south. This is south, right? This is north. It's south from me? Eh? It's on this random little tiny island. Okay. Like here. Goddamn Davy Jones. This feels like wrong. Am I crazy? Am I crazy that saying this feels wrong, but it's like also right where it told me it would be? You know what? I'll come back to this at another point. When I have the correct equipment for this. Is that a village? Oh my god, that's a village. It's somewhere I can rest my head at night. Awesome. I got a Silk Touch axe. That's like so useful. What for, you ask? Oh. A grindstone? Okay. One of you's gotta have a bed. Yup. And they have hay bales I can steal. Wait, I wanted to eat this. Eight seconds of night vision. Awesome. Okay. Whoa. The villagers have been damaging the ecosystem, I see. Good for you guys. You know, there's only one Earth, but I'm glad you guys are making the most out of it, I guess. Just absolutely juicing it for everything it's worth. Okay, I'm starting to think wherever I was when I found that taiga biome was maybe a fluke and the only one that'll spawn in this entire Minecraft world. That is a lot of lava. This is a very hilly world. And yet somehow none of the hills have spruce trees. That's weird. Please just give me a spruce tree. I mean, this world's got to have something against me. I mean, for me to not be able to not only not be able to find a taiga, but also the fact that my one spruce sapling just didn't drop a second one. Like, that's crazy. I don't think I've ever had that happen with a tree. These are also some funky ass caves. Whoa. Oh! Jesus. These are not caves. These are fucking they're not caves. They're holes in the ground. They're like fucking craters, dude. Let me just make sure I've got water in this. Make traversing the landscape a little easier. How big is this savanna, dude? I actually don't think I've ever seen a bigger savanna in my life. I feel like if I travel far enough, I'm going to find Pride Rock. Okay, this is getting insane. Oh, a village. Hey, would any of y'all happen to know where a man could find some spruce wood around here? No? Okay, I'll just take your hay bales and go then, I suppose. Because, you know, since you guys clearly don't know where I could find a spruce forest and you insist on just making noises at me, then I'm sure you don't need your food supply for the winter. There's another one of those fucking things. You think they would know where a spruce forest is? Since clearly the village was no help. Maybe if I lead... Maybe it's like an exchange of information. Maybe if I lead them to the village, they'll lead me to a spruce forest. I can become the villain of my own story. Holy shit. Oh my god. What is with this savannah and just having massive fucking craters in the ground, dude? Okay, now we're in a plains biome, the land of famously no trees. This is kind of crazy. Did I just like head the one direction in my world that a spruce forest was destined to never spawn? Dude. Whoops. This is a desert. Sigh. Hey, buddy. You can't really park your boat there. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I understand how that ship wrecked. I think it's water time. Damn, that is a village that stands victorious on the top of a mountain. That's crazy. You know what? Respect to them. Oh, I think I figured out why they moved to the top of the mountain. Just saying. I'm just saying. I think I figured out why they moved to the top of the mountain. Ow, dick. Ugh. No, that's a bad time. Ow. Just like none. Just like... This is wild. My ass has never clenched so quickly. My butt is so tight right now. Whoa, that's a lot of zombies. No, thank you. I'll pass. Oh, another village. Okay, let me get to that village, and then we will have to call it quits for the night. This is a really cool-looking village. A cherry blossom biome, but not a spruce biome? Eh? What is life, man? But honestly, respect to these guys for setting up right next to a cherry blossom. Oh. All right, chat. Unfortunately, we do have to end without any big wins. Next time we play the craft, we will be finding a spruce biome. But unfortunately for now, that it is about that time of the night. That time of the night where we say two things. We say good night and we say good morrow. Chat, that is all the time I have for you guys tonight. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'll see you Monday. No stream tomorrow. That's God's day. Good night, chat. Bye-bye.